G'day everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'll be giving you 8 US state GeoGuessr tips. These are state specific tips that will help you narrow down which state in the US you're in. By the way, I'm terrible at the US, but I have some tips that I find very helpful, and I hope you find them helpful too. Some of these tips I've already told you, some are going to be new, but all very useful. But yeah, let's get straight into it. The first tip I have here is about these road lines, which have a wider gap in the middle. As you might know, in most US states, these road lines usually be just next to each other, but in this example, they are wider apart. And you find this combination in only Oregon and Washington. So if you see this road lines with a wider gap, it can only be one of those two states. And but also in southern states, I believe you can have a wider gap, but not this wide. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, most of the time it should be one of these two states. Alright, next up is just probably the more famous ones, but I'll just mention it anyway. And it's this pole. See this pole with 3 yellow bands on it? You'll be in California, because usually they use 0 and occasionally 1. But yeah, if you have 3, it's always going to be California. It won't be anywhere else. This is on a wooden pole as well. Usually it's on a wooden pole. So yeah, so those 3 bands, it's got to be California. Alright, this is actually a well-known one too, but I'll just mention it as well, why not? And it's about Texas roads. They are super grainy and like salt and pepper, I'd say. Texas roads are just, they have this black spatter in it. Like it's just very easy to identify. It's not very common in other states. You can sometimes see just in the surrounding states like Oklahoma or New Mexico or something like that, but you won't usually get this in like states far away from there, just around that sort of area, but most commonly in Texas. So yeah, I think I've said this tip on the channel before, but why not mention it again, because just to keep you guys updated. So yeah, very good tip. Alright, next tip I have not told you guys yet, so this is going to be a new one, but it's about Oklahoma. If you see this green sign on the back of the stop sign, you will always be in Oklahoma. You don't get it on the back of every stop sign, it's probably like half the stop signs, but if you see it, it will always be Oklahoma. And yeah, these first 2 numbers, 4-1, will actually tell you which county in Oklahoma you're going to be in. And also, Oklahoma can have very red soil. It's not a very known matter, but it's one of the states in the US with the most red soil. So usually, if you're in the US, like the road lines and like other things like that, and you have very red soil, you're probably gonna be in Oklahoma. Plus this green sign on the back of the stop sign, yeah, you're gonna be in Oklahoma for sure. Our next tip is actually another new one, and it's about this black sign. If you see this black sign with an S and some numbers on it, with arrows as well, you're always going to be in South Carolina. Now, and also, these first 2 digits, 4 and 0, will tell you which county you're going to be in, just like in Oklahoma. And you see this one, I think, pretty commonly. Well, they're not on every single one, like on this one that's not here, but I think most of the time you do have these black signs on top of, these stop signs. So yeah, very good tip, along with the Oklahoma one, and yeah, it really helps me out, and I hope it does help you too, because yeah. Alright, next tip, we have this sticker. I think it's a sticker on the pole, and if you see this white sticker with an orange little strip at the top with an orange diamond as well, so this type of sticker, you will always be in Wisconsin, and probably more on the upper peninsula, so the northernmost part of Wisconsin near the Canadian border. So yeah, this sticker on poles usually found in Wisconsin, more northern Wisconsin, on the peninsula as well. So yeah, it's not a very well-known tip. I haven't seen a lot of YouTubers mention it, but yeah, very helpful tips, and will improve your US play massively. Alright, next tip I have here is about, it's a more specific one. It's going to be about these teal or turquoise fire hydrants, and you find these in Indianapolis, the capital city of Indiana. So yeah, there you go, teal fire hydrants or turquoise fire hydrants. only city they're found in the whole of the USA is going to be Indianapolis. So very helpful tip. To be honest, more helpful than all these other ones I've ever mentioned because it's city specific. So yeah, I learned this one not long ago either. So I just want to raise the awareness to it, and yeah, very helpful tip. Helps me out a lot. And the final tip is actually, I think I've mentioned this one before, but it's a good tip too, and it's about license plates in Vermont. If you see green license plates in the US, if you see a lot of green license plates in the US, you'll always be in Vermont. Of course, cars can travel, but if you see maybe one, don't go off too much. But if you see like a bunch, like one there, one over there, yeah, one there, that's probably enough to say that we're probably in Vermont. So yeah, I've said this one on the channel before, but let's refresh, and yeah, it's a nice tip to end off the video. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you do enjoy and learn some new things. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I might comment down below what country you want me to cover next. I want to do some 10 tips for that country, or yeah. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.